Good day, everyone. How are you? We hope you're doing fine and in a healthy condition. Today, we are going to discuss IELTS Writing Task 1. In daily life, this task will assist you to read, comprehend, and identify or compare any data given in various types of diagram or charts. So why don't we get started? As you have learned about how to describe information from both of singular and multiple charts, we won't discuss about them anymore. What we are going to learn for today are process diagram and map comparison. Before we start, remember 3 essential aspects in writing task 1. First is paraphrase. Remember to paraphrase the questions as the opening for the first paragraph. Second one, overview. Overview tells us about the diagram, charts, or maps in general. And this is one of the scoring aspects. So don't forget to write the overview. It can be placed on the first or last paragraph. Third one is details, which consists of data description. Now let's move on to the know-how of process diagram. In this part, we'll talk about several tips on IELTS Writing Task 1 process diagram. Before you start writing the answer, take a look on the diagram and try to understand the whole process. If you are not used to it, there are several questions that could help you. First, where does the process start and end? Second, how many stages are there? Third, man-made or natural process? Fourth, is it cyclical or linear process? Fifth, are there any materials that need to be added to the process? Sixth, what is produced? 7. What does each stage of the process do? In regards to the questions above, you don't have to answer all of them. The next step is to start writing your paraphrase. Please bear in mind that you should not just rewrite the question. If only you still have no idea on what paraphrasing is, look at the example given. For instance, the question is, the diagram below shows how electricity is produced in a nuclear power station. One of the possible paraphrasings is, the illustration demonstrates how nuclear power station generates electricity. After paraphrasing, we'll write the overview. For this part, you can refer back to the guide questions, such as, where does the process start and end? How many stages are there? Man-made or natural process? Cyclical or linear process? Afterwards, we can work on the details. There are several things you could mention in the details part, such as what each stage does, the product, material needed or added, and the relationship with the previous step. To assist you in writing a good description, there are several connectors that you can use, and we suggest you to use passive voice. If you're still confused about what is cyclical or linear, here are the examples. Cyclical means the process goes in circle. Let's say in the example given, the first step starts with condensing water vapor. Then the process goes in circles starting from cloud formation, surface runoff, saltwater intrusion, and then it goes back again to condensing water vapor. While linear means that the process has its starting and ending points. Here is one of the satisfactory responses of process diagram writing. The next assessment is comparing maps. There are 3 types of map comparison. One is where you have to describe a map. Next one is comparing between present and future maps. And last one is where you need to compare past and present maps. The steps are the same: paraphrase, overview, and details. But this time, the guiding questions are different. You can use the guidance to assist you in writing the overview. They are: point out at the noticeable differences between the 2 maps. Were the changes significant? What are the major improvements in the infrastructure? How have the buildings and leisure facilities changed? To assist you in writing the map comparisons, there are several vocabularies that you can use. And again, we suggest you to use passive voice. Here is one of the good examples in map comparison. That is the end of the IELTS Writing Task 1 Process Diagram and Map Comparison. We hope that this video and explanation will be helpful. Additional questions can be shared in Q&A page available in your Schoology. Thank you very much and God bless you.